Hi there, this is Kate in the Nest, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you can join me. Today is about sharing joy with all of you who are watching. I had a tremendous day out with the Girls of Green Door. So it's a Green Door on tour share. We uh, went in a couple of cars and we had a day out to Sydney. We went to 4 different places, had lunch together, and truly it was a celebration of community, of like minds. And I know I did hesitate about sharing the things that I purchased, and we all did do some purchases. But in the car coming home, I was talking, and we said that we realize that we are very, very blessed, but we don't take it for granted. And we hope that by sharing um, our communal joy, I suppose, and purchases, we can, spread that joy to others. So, in no way is this about saying I suppose we recognize that not everyone has access to this, but perhaps this can be some eye candy and just some inspiration. So, I'm going to do this video in 2 parts. Because we did go to 4 different places. The first visit was to the Newington branch of the Sewing Basket. Now, I've made some videos before about the Sewing Basket, and it remains a wonderful um, choice of shopping for us because the proceeds, it's not for profit, and the proceeds go directly to help um, uh, diverse, a whole lot of diverse needs, but so we're helping others by shopping. So I'm going to start with what I love about the shops is that you can go on one day and not find anything that you want, but on just, the universe talks to you. And so for me, it was a very lucky time because I found all sorts of things, A, that I wasn't looking for, but B, a lot of things that I wanted to gather. And I had I had a couple of projects in mind. So I'm going to start first with just this little collection of joy. Now, the Sewing Basket is renowned for people leaving their, and donating their embroideries, half-finished things, and just this lovely collection. So this one, I'm in a very pink um, mood, I have to say. So you're going to see lots of pinks. So this, to me, symbolizes just a beautiful piece of work. Look at that. And that one just left straight out of the container to bring home with me. Something quite curious for Kate. Look at these. I'm going to bring them up close. These are 6 buttons made out of metal, and I'm thinking that I will use them as closures on my pouches. They might go on my crochet bags. I think a nest needs one of these, and I do have plans for some new vessels in my new colours because they're so functional. But look at those. I'd never seen anything like them. I don't mind that this one's missing a little bead that adds to the character. Right at the end of the shop at the Balmain branch of the Sewing Basket, I was paying my money and I looked in this little tiny basket on the counter, and these 2 flowers that have been made brooches jumped out at me. Look at those. So again, I don't know how they've been sort of made, but that's got a swirly button, and this one reminds me of my mum's creation, and it has a button, etc. So I haven't got any of my pouches here with me, but I just think I can see them being pinned to things. Look at that, just for contrast. How pretty is that? And because they're movable, I could change them around. So love, love, love those. The thing I've shared before, and these are great, great presents, is that the sewing basket sort of curates collections, and this one is $20, and I think as a gift that is an incredibly good price for something that is joyful to look at and contains all sorts of treasures. So I'm not going to open this because it will be gifted, but I loved the theme. They had these in sort of other colours. I think it was Sandra bought. Sandra, did you buy the pink one, the green one, blue one? Don't know. But I grabbed, because I'd seen hers, this orange one. So vintage zipper, rick-rack, braiding, a bit of cotton lace trim, old sewing measures that I love to use. This is probably a hanky or a napkin in here. Behind here is beautiful braid that I could see on some of my projects, a thimble. And look up here, this is what spoke to me. Look at that little button in my favourite shape of a daisy. Some little scissors, antique vintage hooks and eyes. What haven't I told you? A collection of cottons, some needles down here, and bias binding in orange. They themed these, as I said, and they're backed on cardboard. So I thought it would be worth sharing this, because if you are looking for a gift, and perhaps you've got lots of these little things yourself, you could create your own gifts and kits and gifts to give away. So they've used the paper from old patterns, bit of cardboard, and look at that. I think that looks $1 million. So well done, Sewing Basket. I think that is a joy to behold, and I hope that inspires others. Okay, so I don't know what, I was going to say these are my novelty items, but really they're just, for me, joy, and I will use them and treasure and always remember the day because of the bobbly buttons. Oh, the other thing, before I get on to bigger, I love that, here I found a bag at the last minute, $2 in a sandwich bag, and I don't even open them at the time because I just know that they're going to be so many useful things. So here's some cotton in the lovely hot pink. This one's got, forget what that sort of ribbon is called. There's a grosgrain or something like that. Some old laces. Look at this look at that for prettiness. Absolutely beautiful. Let's have a dig down here. So there's more of that, and then this pink one, and that is just, I could wrap that gift in that red ribbon. So all these assortments, oh, look at that, as an edging for a pouch. I'm talking about pouches because I've got baskets and bags on my mind at the moment. Little eyelet lace. So love, love, love that. Let me leave that out. I'll start a little nest pile on the side that we can come back to. Okay, so where are we going to go next? Okay, we're going to get ready for a colour change. We're going from the pinks over to a different colour story. When I go to the sewing basket, I have never yet been disappointed in the range of cloths and embroideries they have, and I'll get to that other story, but this one was just being put out on a hanger, literally at the Newington store, and I said to the lady, can I grab that before you even hang it? And she said, of course you can. So this is a tablecloth, beautiful fine cotton, and okay, can't open it. It features, and look, I think it is, I was going to say is it machine, but I don't think so. but for my Roxy's Journal of Stitching in either the accordion journal or the my quilt, probably, all of these bunches, so many of them all the way around these baskets. And I will use this beautiful fine cotton as well. And the price one for this, because I know it's quite topical to be talking about the price, so sewing basket is $12. I didn't have to go on Marketplace or anything, that was just waiting for me there. So love, love, love. And look, every basket, I'm just realizing, is a different color. So yeah, definitely hand stitched. So orange there and aqua. Beautiful. If you've been watching my accordion journal, I've been talking about some of the challenges and me not having exactly the flowers and the difference between abstract and wanting to make beautiful flowers. So thanks to my friend Virginia, she called me over to the basket of doilies in the Balmain sewing basket and said, Kate, look, here are your daffodils. So what is a girl to do? They are just beautiful. So 2 on there, and I like them because they're really distinct and we can clearly see their daffodils. 1 little doily, 2 little doilies, and on the large one we have them larger scale. So for me that is absolutely exciting to have a main feature daffodil. So I'm already thinking about my quilt and going back to my accordion journal. So very excited to find that. Thank you. That's what we are finding, that we are in the shops together and we all sort of know each other's style or interests, and we'll call each other over and say, hey, would you like this? I'm really liking this. It would probably be a trade cloth, a bit, again, different, and probably is a machine. Again, it doesn't worry me. I was attracted to the colour of the cloth, this drawn thread work, if that's what it's called, and just these beautiful flowers, and in the corners these pops of blue. Look at that, that's pretty effective, isn't it? I always only do five petal daisies, but that's 6 with 3 blue, 3 dark and 3 light. So both sides the same, and really like that. I'll continue with the doilies. The other one that I first saw that I thought, this jumped into my basket before the daffodils actually did, that this is made up of these beautiful I don't know what to call them, motifs, I suppose, but look at the leaf work, and for me this beautiful curve will go so easily onto my appliques. So again, I love the scale too. I'm probably getting more what's the word, I'm not necessarily grabbing every doily I find now, because I'm thinking of purpose and context and wanting to share with others as well. But this one's got 2 small ones and 2 large ones. So for me, that is really useful. And to go with it, 2 of the matching little ones, and beautiful detailed crochet around the sides. So absolutely. So I think, yeah, they were my main embroidery purchases for the day. And as I said, when you evolve in your collection, this is what I'll be going to, the crochet doilies and these as my mainstay. The other thing I always look for at the sewing basket is to the unfinished embroidery section, and I scored a couple of beautiful things. So look at this, it's apricot. These flowers are gorgeous, and this will inspire me definitely to stitch, slow stitch these, because it's marked out what stitches I can use, and I will be breathing new life into this embroidery. This one was $2, and look what you get. So this would have been the biggest doily, and in fact I think I shared that I've got a pink one of these, and I love that idea that it goes out from beyond. So they're completed. This one's half done, and the other side has one of these flowers done, and look at these, and this one's virtually not done at all except the lazy daisy stitch. So absolutely love that, and I am thinking that I can cut that out and put it on a piece of my work and stitch it. So thrilled with that. And the other unfinished piece was this one, pure linen. I seem to keep finding these lilies, and this one is the outlines have been done. Okay, could identify that stitch. I haven't got my right glasses on, but let's pull it out. This one was more expensive because of the linen, I think. So the whole thing there's stains. So again, that doesn't worry me, and I will use all of those bits of linen. Okay, so we've looked at little tiny things, we've looked at the embroideries, and I'm going to share now. I've got two things. What am I going to do? I'll save that for the end. Sorry everyone. I want to talk about my bag project. And my it's not new, but if you've been watching lately, I've been learning about using fabric to tear strips and make crocheted bags and purses and baskets. So my new thing that I was looking out for were fabric strips, remnants that I could virtually rip or cut and use to make bags. So that was a remnant. I'm just going to take you quickly through the bits. I have explained that I've learned to look that there's not pure white on the back of the pattern. So these are fine cotton, sorry. These are not stretches, and I didn't get as many stretches as I thought. So I just thought, because you'll see this being made at some point, or a few of them, I thought I'd take you through the selection. So red checks, pink checks. I don't buy fat quarters, or what they're called, often, but this was their price, so you might be able to tell me if that was worth it, but I think that's full width and quite a lot of fabric in there. This was already cut, and it appealed to me that it's polka dots, so I've got some checks and polka dots. This one also, you'll see the dots, and it's very, very fine cotton, and there were meters and meters of that. I didn't need 3.7 meters, but I know that that will be so useful, and I can use it as linings of pouches and bags as well. So love that. So they were my checks and spots. Oh, I've got another one here. And again, very, very fine, because I'm loving using those in my crochet. Then I bought this floral. It's already frayed, but that colour I think will go nicely with these as a base. And then the big development, actually, first I'll go to this one as well. So this was in the Newington one, 2 meters, 150 centimeters wide, and 2 pieces of it. So again, when you're thinking about your colorways, if you're going to make some bags or pouches, look at this for something that's going to be so effective. It's got the pinks, the oranges, the contrast, there's little white stripes, and the back is similarly coloured. So I think that's going to be really effective. So thrilled with that, and there's 2 pieces that will keep me going for a very long time. Needless to say though, I am worried about where I haven't been the collector of fabric before, so I've got to find new spots for all of these. The biggest excitement, however, for me was when we went to the Balmain sewing basket. I had picked up some things, the doilies, etc. My basket wasn't very full, and I thought, oh, Kate, you're being very restrained. And then I walked around the corner, and in a big bin, I suppose you would call it, were these piles and piles of fabric. And I asked Pauline, who's absolutely lovely, if you ever get to go there, I said, Pauline, what's the story with these? Are they for sale? And she said it was a deceased estate. I think that had just come in the morning. The family had bought in all these fabrics as a trial to see whether the sewing basket was interested in getting more. And I said, oh my gosh. And she said, they're not priced yet. And I said, when will I come back? And she said, no, I'll do it for you now. So I am just in heaven right now at this fabric. This is, she hadn't cut it, and she said, will you take it all? And I said, yes, I will. This is 5 meters of this print in fine cotton, and wherever I open it, I discover something new. So florals here, checks, different checks. So we've got the blue, we've got this one here. I'll keep opening for you just so it is absolutely incredible as a print. Look at that, and there's some gold somewhere as well. It might be hiding from me. But just in terms of cutting some strips to use in any project is incredible. So similarly, that can be linings. That is a forever piece, and I think I'll take some to share with the Green Door girls as well. Can't find the gold bit, but it is there. And the other thing is the inside. Oh, there we are. Look at that. Look at that. Extraordinary fabric. So that's going to be something that I absolutely love making with. And the other one I wanted to show you is, I think it's John Calder. Yeah. Which is a name I remember. I think my mum used to buy fabric by this person. And look at this, pink. And I'm not usually a blue, purple, mauve, but I just can see all of these fabrics just going together in a project and creating a joyful story. And then having some braid and flowers, stitching, it's just very exciting for Kate. Okay, so as I said, everyone, you've never seen me share fabric, because I haven't bought it before, and I certainly haven't bought 5. Look at that. I'm very not good at folding them, and I've got to learn how to put them in my cupboard so I can see them in their color stories, but they are not going to be put very far away from my fingers because I want to make those. So that's that pile. Put them down, and I've got one more thing to show you. And that goes back to my very, very first visit to the sewing basket. And it was at the beginning of me learning about the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery and the challenges. And we were up to, I think the first thing I committed to working on was the covered box. And at the sewing basket, I found this little sweet one. You may remember if you've watched my videos, it was green. You can still see a little bit of that. Now, I adore this piece. It tells the story of me learning some stitches, my very first visits to the Green Door and starting to stitch with the others there. And it remains a treasure that I just go through for fun, and I keep my little crochet bits in here. And sometimes I pull them all out and I just look at the bottom, and then I remember that I bought that in overseas, and I think, oh, that's right, I got that there. This one's all in pieces. This is the little piece of crochet that I used as the fastening on my needlebook. So, you know, just going through it is a memory keeper. That's very unusual. Mauvey colour and etc. So why am I telling you all of that? I always look when I go to the sewing baskets for literally sewing baskets or little containers. So we were just about to go, and we said to the ladies, even though we haven't finished, can we have a look out the front? Because in Balmain they have a display out the front of the shop. So I was looking at the materials and thinking, oh yeah, I found a blanket there thanks to Virginia. Popped that in, a bargain, a new cream blanket, $15, and you'll see me use that. Because I was pulling that off, I looked down to the ground, and lo and behold, here she was. So if you like, this is my middle-sized box. Look at that. It just spoke to Kate. Daisies, happiness, joy, and look at the closure. It's a covered button with a loop like I love using, snap, and inside we have this and the needle block. It did have a blue plastic tray, but I've left that out, and the price on this was $10. So this one was $8 and ended up like this. This one is $10. I love the deepness. I'm just thrilled that I've got that, and immediately in my mind came the fact that I've got these pieces of stitches that I haven't done anything with, and you've seen me play with these before, but this is the perfect width for this basket. I'd have to do some trimming. I've got another one here, or I was thinking maybe I just do a separate piece that shows my growth and stitch straight onto there rather than cover the hole. If I was going, this is faded, so I think I will do a thin strip all the way through, and yeah, that's just, my mind went crazy. Look at that. It just tells a story. So there we are. I have just the tingles. I don't know where to start first, really, but if anything, I can just say that I hope it's okay to share this haul with you, because the aim of it is just to be with like minds, and I hope it makes you happy, because we had such a happy day. I have still some other treasures to share, but my next step might be about starting to put some of these straight away into action. I have a little time at home, and I just can't wait to stitch, crochet, and whatever else comes into my mind to do. So I want to thank you so much. I want to do a special shout out to all my subbies. Thank you so much for your support. I thank every one of you for joining me on this fantastic, fun, creative journey. Until next time, this is Kate in the Nest saying bye for now.